So yes, hi and hello dear friends. Welcome back once again to our channel VAAGAI Academy of Mathematics, and this playlist is for CBSE Class 11 Applied Mathematics. Here you find all videos for CBSE Class 11 Applied Mathematics topics, and we started with the topic calendars. We have already completed 3 chapters from calendars, and this is going to be chapter 4 of calendars. Very important session. And here what we are going to see, if you ask, here the thing is, we are going to see the day of the week, that is given any random date to you. For example, if I give you some random date, it can be any date. So it can be October 31st of 1967, or it can be anything. So it can even be a birthday, right? Okay. So any random date is given to you. How come you will be able to find the day of the week of that particular date? That is what we are going to see now, and for which we importantly need to revise all the things that we have seen in the earlier 3 chapters. Okay, that is really going to be important. So let's start, and let's just first revise the things that we have seen in the earlier sessions, then come back to our calculation what is required for this session. Okay, let's quickly have this revision first. So yes, we have seen about the number of odd days. Yes, that's how we started. So number of odd days, that is what we calculated in our previous sessions first of all. So let's see about the number of odd days for the years. Okay, that too for each and every 100 years. Okay, this we have already seen in the previous session. I hope we have seen that in session 2. I mean chapter 2 of this calendars. You can just see those previous videos, so that it would give you a better understanding that what we are going to do here in this session. That's the reason. So kindly, if you have missed those video lessons, kindly see those videos and then come here. It would be giving a better understanding, right? Okay, yes, anyways, we'll revise it. For the first 100 years, I mean from the year 1 to year 100, there are how many odd days we have seen? How many odd days are there? So there are 5 odd days, right? We have already seen that. So let's make a note of it here. And what about the next 100 odd days? I mean next 100 years, I mean 101 to 200. For this next set of, I mean the second set of 100 years, how many odd days are there? That also we have already seen. Here again you would have the same 5 odd days, and the same thing for the third 100 years, I mean 201 to 300. There also we would have the same 5 odd days. Whereas for the last 100, I mean for the 300 to 400, 301 to 400, this last set of 400 years, I mean this 4th century. So here how many odd days will we have? Here how many odd days will be there? Here there will be 6 odd days. That's what we have seen there itself. Okay, so if you need the detailed explanation that we have already seen there in the previous sessions, you can just view those video lessons. It would give you a better understanding. So yes, so this is going to be the list, and if we come to calculate this total number of odd days for all the 400 years, how much it will be? That also we have seen. So if you come to add these numbers, you would be getting 5, 5, 5, 16. You would get 21 as your total. So 21 days you will be getting. So once again, converted. Okay, 21 days, how many odd days will be there? There would be 0 odd days. This is a very important thing. That itself I have clearly, I have just insisted it. Yes, right? So for every 400 years, you would have 0 odd days. That we have very importantly seen there in our earlier sessions. So that's the reason what we would say. We would say that the calendar repeats for every 400 years. This is a very important statement we have seen there. So this important thing, we have to keep it in our mind. Okay, yes. So about years, it is okay. Next, we will come to the months. Fine, yes. So we very well know that there are 12 months in a year: Jan, Feb, March, April, so and so up to December. We have 12 months there, and now what we are supposed to do is we need to calculate the number of odd days for each of these months. That is going to be the next task. Fine, shall we do that? Yes, it's going to be again very easy. It's not going to be very big or complicated calculations. Very easy calculations. We know how to calculate odd days, right? Let's quickly do that. So start from January. So how many days you have for a January? We have 31 days, right? So it's for January, there will be 31 days. So can you calculate for 31 days how many odd days will be there? You know the rules for odd days. So what we need to do is, with the given number of days, we need to form the number of weeks. Or it's, what's a very easy thing what we do? What's a very easy thing we do there? Just take that number, divide it by 7, and catch the remainder. That remainder would say how many odd days are there. In that case, For 31 days in January, how many odd days will be there? Just for a sample, I'll just show you. So 31, you need to divide it by 7. So you can go up to 7 4s are 28. Correct? Is it or not? So 7 4s are 28. Now you will just subtract it and you would get 3 as your remainder. Is it correct? Yes, 3 is the remainder, right? So that means for January, you will have 3 odd days. Yes, let me not show the entire division process. It would take a very long time. I hope you will be able to understand it. That's the reason I'm just directly noting those numbers itself. You would be able to do that, right? Yes, that's why. Yes, come to February. So how many days you would have in a February? So February, coming to February, the month of February, it depends, right? So if it is an ordinary year, you will have 28 days. And if it is a leap year, you will have 29 days in a February. Is it or not? So let's discuss both the cases. So if it is an ordinary year, 28 days. For 28 days, you would have exactly 0 odd days. Is it or not? Correct? I hope you will be able to understand it, because 28 it's divisible by 7. So when you try to divide it, you will have a remainder to be 0. That's the reason I am placing 0 here. And the other case is, what if your February has 29 days there? You will have 1 odd day. Is it or not? So let me make a slash. So I will put that 1 here. So representing that, if the year you are taking is an ordinary year, you will have 0 odd days for February. Whereas if your year you are taking is going to be a leap year, there you will have 1 odd day for February. That's the thing. Okay, fine. Yes. Continue. March, you would have 31 days. So that means again 3 odd days. April, you have got 30 days only. So that means for April, you have 2 odd days. May 31, once again 3. June 30 days, 2 odd days. July 31 days, so 3 odd days. Again, August, you will have 31 days. Careful, be careful in that. August, in the month of August, you will have 31 days. And one thing you have to remember is July and August are the 2 consecutive months where you will find both the months you will have 31 days. Okay, so August, once again it is going to be 31 days. If you have doubt, you can go check the calendar. 31 days now, again 3 odd days. September, you have got only 30 days, so that means 2 odd days. October, again 31 days, 3 odd days. November, 30 days, so 2 odd days. And December, you have got again 31 days, so 3 odd days. That's it. Fine. Okay, so that's it for month wise, the number of odd days. And coming to very important another thing, and this is what is really important for you to understand. Why? Because this is what will give you the answer for your final stage. I mean, once after reaching the final stage, what is the answer to your question? That will be decided by this concept only. Okay, so we should be very clear with this concept. It's going to be very simple for you to understand. The thing is, always your days count will start from Monday. That's the important thing you have to remember. Okay, so always the counting starts from Monday. So if you come to get your number of odd days answer to be finally 1, that means if it is 1, then that means your answer is Monday. This is the only thing you have to remember. Why? Because your day order starts from Monday. That's the reason. Okay, so remember it as Monday is 1 and follow it. Okay, so if your number of odd days is going to be 2, then it means it is Tuesday. Same way, continue. Wednesday 3 days, Thursday 4 days, Friday 5 days, Saturday would be 6 days. And whereas if your number of odd days is going to be which number? Can you guess it? Can it be 7? No, it can't be 7. Okay, because for 7 days you would have how many odd days? Your number of odd days would become once again 0, right? Okay, so that means it will be 0. So finally, if you come to get your answer as 0, then it means your day is Sunday. That's it. Okay, I hope all these points are clear to you. So all these answers, like these numbers, if you get to be your final answer, the respective days are going to be your answers. I mean the day of the week. That point is what you have to importantly remember. Okay, so to answer this kind of question, what question? If you are given a random date along with the year and what day of the week it is, if you are asked to find the answer, these are all the very important key points you have to remember. Okay, so only after getting this understanding is what you would be able to get the answers to those questions. That's the reason we are just insisting things here itself. Okay, yes, fine. I hope this basic is enough. Let's now go get or go solve the answers to the given questions. Yes, here we go. So let's now work out our first question. Our question is, find the day of the week of the date August 57, 1947. This is our question. So interestingly, this date is our Independence Day. So we are going to find which day is our Independence Day. That's our task. And let's first of all just discuss the steps that are going to involve while solving and getting the answer for this question. So this procedure is not only for this particular question. Any date for any year is given to you. What steps we have to follow? If you just keenly observe it, the steps are going to be, first of all, we have to start from what year is given to us. That's the first step. So come take our date, and here in our given date, our given year is 1947. So that means we have to cross all the previous 1946 years. Only then we will be able to enter the year 1947. And once after entering our year 1947, next we have to do our calculation for the months. And how many months we are supposed to cross now? We have to cross our months from January to July. We have to cross all the first 7 months. Because our date is in August, is it or not? Only then, after crossing the 7 months, only then we will be able to enter our month August. Yes, done. After entering, what we have to do? Then in August, we are in the date 15, right? And we have to enter the 15 days. Okay, so first year wise calculation, then month wise, then date wise. This is the order we have to follow while doing this kind of date calculations, okay, in order to find the day I'm telling. Yes, now let's work and get the answer. Okay, fine. Yes, let me come this side. So yes, our given year is 1947. As I told, we have to do our calculation for the previous year, I mean 1946. Because our task is to cross all the 1946 years. I mean, my task is to find how many odd days are there for the year 1946. I mean, the entire 1946 years, how many odd days are there? That's what we are now going to calculate. Let's see how are we going to do this. And again, one more important thing is we are going to split this number 1946 into parts. And how are we going to split it? Very carefully you have to just listen to that. See carefully it. The way I am going to split this 1946 is going to be like this. Just see that how am I doing it. First I am going to take 1600, then plus I am going to take another 300, then plus another 46. Now this is the way I am going to split this 1946. You may ask why? What's the reason of splitting this number like this? Yes, there is a reason. Let us see that in detail now. Okay, yes. So 1946 is our required number what we have here. Yes, fine. What I did is first I am just taking this 1600 or 1600. Why? Because we already know the fact that for every 400 years there are 0 odd days. And that's the reason I am taking this 1600 first. Because whatever number, I mean the year we are taking here, whatever year is given to us, just try to collect the multiples of 400 first. So that's what I am doing here. So 1600 I am taking, because as a maximum, at a maximum you can take 1600. I mean 4 400s, which is equal to 1600 from this year 1946. Yes, done. That is okay. Then how much we are left with? We are left with 346 more years. Is it or not? Because 1946 I had. I have taken 1600 first. So remaining I will have 346. And again from the 346, what you are supposed to do is you have to take it as 300s. I mean like take or collect as possible hundreds then. So that's what we are doing here. 100, 300 we have here. Then plus finally the remaining 46 years. This is the way we are going to split it. Okay. Yes. Shall we further just proceed the calculation? Yes, we can do that. So yes, now we are going to calculate the odd days for this 1946 as we are doing it partly. So yes, start from this 1600. How many odd days are there for this 1600? It's very simple. Just now we have seen the fact, right? For every 400 years there are 0 odd days. So in that case there are 4 400s here inside this 1600. So obviously we will have 0 odd days for this 1600 years. Yes, done. Put a plus. Now I have this 300. For this 300 years, I mean this 300 years, how many odd days will be there? For which what we have to do is, yes, we have to come back to this table again. So here first 300 we have to take. Yes, fine, because once our cycle is completed up to this 400, again it's going to start from the very beginning only. 1 to 100, 100 to 101 to 200, 201 to 300. So now since we have 300 here, we have to take the first 300 days. Okay, so take the first 300 years. Take the first 300 years. How many odd days do you have here? So 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. So 5, 5, 5. That will give you 5 3s are 15 odd days here. Plus, yes, okay. I hope you are able to follow this. And finally, this 46 years. Now this is going to be quite challenging. So for this 46 years, we are supposed to calculate how many odd days are there. That also we should do it very carefully. Just carefully listen to it. How am I doing it? Okay, yes, this 46. Now coming back to this 46, we should carefully think about how many ordinary years are there in this 46 years and how many leap years are there in this 46 years. I mean this 46 you have to divide into two parts. How many leap years, how many ordinary years. This is what we have to do now. Okay, so take about this 46. So 46 you can divide by 4 and you can get up to 11, right? So that means 4, 8, 12 and 16, 20 and so on up to, what is the last number you have up to this 46, which is going to be a multiple of 4. Which number will come? You can go up to 44, right? That's nothing but 4 11s are 44. So in that case, in this 46 years, I will be able to get a maximum of 11 leap years. Okay, so let me note it, 11 leap years. Then plus, and what about ordinary years? Yes, take 46, remove this 11, others are going to be ordinary years. So 46 minus 11 I will be getting 37, is it or not? So that will be 37 ordinary days. That's it. Okay, so 11 leap years and 37 ordinary years. That's it, finished. Okay, so yes, let's continue this. So 0 plus this 15 plus this 11 times of leap year. One leap year you will have how many odd days? So we have already seen that also, right, in our previous sessions. So for one leap year you will have 2 odd days and for one ordinary year you will have only 1 odd day. Yes, fine. So for that reason 11 into 2 odd days plus 37 into 1 odd day. This is what we will have. So this is again equal to, continue this, 0 plus 15 plus this would be 22 plus 37. Fine, yes. Shall we just convert it? Shall we just add it and see what answer we are getting here? So 15 plus 22. First of all, we do add this. We will be getting 37 and 37 plus 37 would be 74. Correct? So 74. So once again, the 74 days is equal to how many odd days? Again, we have to bring it as odd days. That's our final thing. Okay, that's going to be our objective. So 74 days we have got. So for 74 days, how many odd days you will have? So divide 74 by 7. You will be getting 10 7s are, and you will have 4 to be remainder. Is it or not? So in that case, you will have 4 odd days. 4 odd days. So for 1946 years itself, we have got 4 odd days. This is what so far we have done. Next, we have completed 1946. We got 4 odd days. Now what is our next step? Now we are going to enter the year 1947, right? And that too, in 1947, which month are we going to reach finally? We are going to reach the August month. And so for that reason, we have to cross, or we have to cover up all the first 7 months. I mean from January to July. That's our next task, right? So we'll just get into like 1947 Jan to July. Let's see how many odd days are there. Point is clear, right? So we are now entering the year 1947, and for that 1947 I have to cross, or I have to pass all the first 7 months. What 7 months? From January to July. Why till July only? Because our date August 15, it is in the month of August only, that's why. Yes, so January to July, we'll do that. So for January to July, we have to take all the odd days because we have already taken it. So for January, we have 3 plus, just come along with me. Yes, fine. So then for February, what about February? February is 0 odd days or 1 odd day. It depends on which year we are taking. Now see which year are we at? We are in 1947. This 1947 is going to be an ordinary year. In that case, we have to take this February's odd days to be 0 only, that we have seen earlier, right? So for February, we have to take 0 odd days. Why? Because for an ordinary year, February will have 28 days only. So in that case, we have 0 odd days only. So for February's account, take it as 0. Then for March, 3. Then April, 2. Then May, we have 3. Then June, we have 2. Then July also we have, right? So July we have 3. So let me check whether I am right or not. So 3 0 3 2 3 2 3. Yes, up to July I have written here. Yes, done. Fine. So yes, again add all these values. What value will be getting? 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 2 8, plus 3 11, 11 plus 2 is 13, 13 plus 3 is 14. So 14 we are getting here. So 14 means it is equal to 0 odd days. Yeah, fine. Next is, now we are going to enter the date, exact date. I mean, we are entering the month of August itself, and we have to pass another 15 days. So for those 15 days, how many odd days are there? 15 days, 15 days, that's it. Okay, so 15 days, how many odd days are there? In terms of odd days, if we write, how many odd days? So for 15 days, how many odd days are there? There will be one odd day, is it or not? Because 7 2s are 14, up to 14 we can go. So remainder will be 1. So one odd day. That's it, fine. So we have completed years calculation, we have completed the months calculation, and we have completed finally the days calculation also. So what is our overall answer? I mean, now we have reached 15th August 1947. 15th August 1947. Let's add up all the odd days we are getting so far. We have got so far. Okay. So here 4 odd days, here 0, and here 1. So what is 4 plus 0 plus 1? So 4 plus 0 plus 1 would be 5 odd days. So finally, August 15, 1947 will have 5 odd days. That is going to be our answer, and precisely which day it will be. So 5 odd days in the sense, what day it is. That is our question, right? So 5 odd days in the sense. Now let's come to the days list here. We have already listed that also, right? Yes. So for 5 odd days, which day it corresponds to? Can you see that? So for 5, the respective, I mean the corresponding day is Friday. So that means our answer to the question is, it is a Friday. So 15th August 1947 is undoubtedly a Friday. If you have any doubts also, you can just check it, or very simply you can even Google it and see which day it is. You can verify the answer. So 15th August 1947 is going to be a Friday. Yes. So this is going to be the procedure. How are you going to work? Any random date is given to you. How are you going to work it and get which day it is? Okay, yes. Now I think you got the logic or the steps how to do that. You can even take your birthday, interestingly. So you can take your birthday and you can even try it, and you will come to know which day you are born. Yes, that would be much interesting. Right? You can even sit with your friends and you can even challenge your friends. So doing that. So that would go very much interesting, and your friends will definitely feel excited about it, knowing how to do this and knowing about the tricks and everything. Okay, yes. So do well that, and I think we can do one more variety of problem from the same concept. How are we going to find the days? Okay, let's try to work one more problem here. Here we go. Now let's work the next interesting question which is with us. So our question is, which dates of May 2007 fall on a Thursday? This is our question. So we are supposed to find in the month of May in the year 2007, which dates are all from Thursdays. This is going to be our question. So how are we going to approach a question like this? So it's going to be a little challenging, right? No, it's going to be, of course, very easy question only if you just treat it to be a previous question. That's it. So let's now focus on what date it was on. The 1st of May 2007. Is the point clear? So let's try to find May 1st of 2007 is which day. So once we are able to find which day is this date, then obviously we'll be able to find the Thursdays of May. That's it. Okay, so this is what we are going to now focus. So yes, let's continue. So as usual, we start from year only, right? Because we have we have done with the procedures with what we have to do with this kind of questions from the previous question itself. How we are going to follow the procedure, what steps we should follow, everything we are clear with. How we did the previous question itself. So let's try to work this question in a very smarter way. Okay, very easier way. So as usual, start from the year which is given to us. So 2007 is the given year in the question. So that means we have to take the previous year, right? So that means 2006, from where we have to start. Yes, done. So now 2006 we have got, and what next we are supposed to do? we have to split this 2006. That's how we started, right? So 2006 can be split like very easily. We can split here 2000 plus 6. Very simple, right? Our task gone very easy here. Why? Because 2000 is the nearest multiple of 400. So because our previous question we have 1900, so there we came up to 6600, but here we got 2006 itself, so we can go up to 2006. So 2000 plus the 6, that's it, very simple. So now let's try to calculate the number of odd days. So for 2000 years, obviously there are 0 odd days. We know the reason why, because for every 400 years we have got 0 odd days. That's the reason. For 2000 years also we would have 0 odd days. Next, 6 years we have got. So now in the 6 years, how many of them are leap years and how many of them are ordinary years? That's the next question. It's again very simple. So the year number 4, I mean year number 2004, where we will be, that is the only leap year. And the other years are going to be only ordinary years, right? So that means there will be only one leap year in this list and all the other 5 are going to be ordinary years. Is the thing clear to you? Yeah, fine. Let's continue now. So 0 plus, as usual, leap year you will have 2 odd days. So 1 times of 2 plus ordinary year you will have 1 odd day. So 5 times of 1. Yes, okay. I'll continue here itself. We have enough space here. So 0 plus 1 into 2 is 2 and 5 into 1 is 5. So that means we have got 0 plus 2 plus 5, which will give you 7. Is it or not? So for 7 days, how many odd days are there? Obviously 0 odd days. So our task became very easy here. So for the first 2006 years, we have 0 odd days. Yes, done. Now our next part is we have to enter the month of, enter the year of 2007. And in 2007, we have to cross how many months? Because we have to travel to May 1st. That means we have to cross the first 4 months, right? Because May is our 5th month. In that case, Jan, Feb, March, April, we have to cross the first 4 months. That is important. So 2007, Jan to April, we have to cross these 4 months, for which what we have to do? We have to take the corresponding odd days. So for Jan 3, what about February? So which year are we here? We are in the year 2007, and obviously this year is definitely an ordinary year, right? By looking at the year itself, it's very clear 2007 is an ordinary year. So yes, in that case we have to take Feb's count to be 0 and April is 3 and May is 2. That's it, right? So yes, fine. So 3 plus 0 plus 3 plus 2, this is what we have. So this will give us 3 plus 3 plus 2, which will be 8, right? So 8 odd days. Once again reconverted, we will have 1 odd day, because 8 I can form 1 complete week and 1 day will be remaining. So 1 odd day is done. And now we are entering May, and May the date is 1. That's what we need, right? So 1 day, and that means there's only 1 odd day. So for 1 day you have only 1 odd day. So in that case, can I just total all the things? So you would get May 1st of 2007 to be with how many odd days? 0 plus 1 plus 1. That means 2 odd days and 2 odd days, which will correspond to which day? 2 odd days, it means it is a Tuesday. Very cool. So it's a Tuesday. So now we have concluded that May 1st of 2007 was a Tuesday. But what is that we are asked in the question? Can you carefully see? Which dates fall on Thursdays? This is our question, right? So the task is going to be very simple. We know that the 1st of May, the first date of the May month of 2007 itself is a Tuesday only. Now can you tell me which date will be the first Thursday of May? If I know that May 1st is Tuesday, then which date will be? Which will be the first date that will fall on Thursday? It's very simple. Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, right? So that means 2 days after Tuesday, I will be getting a Thursday. That will be my first Thursday. So in that case, 1 plus 2, the date 3 will be a Thursday, and May 3, 2007 is going to be the first Thursday of that particular month. Very cool, right? So 3. Then what would be the next Thursday of that month? It's again very simple. So once we got one date, we can just do plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, because we have to repeatedly get the same number of odd days, right? Because we have to get the 0 odd days. So for that, if we want the same day again, we have to just add plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. So just do plus 7 with this 3, we would get 10, again do plus 7, 17, again do plus 7, we would get 24, and again once again we can go plus 7, so 24 plus 7 would give us 31. And what about the month of, this is the month of May, right? Yeah, May we will have 31 days, so in that case that 31 will be also a Thursday only. Cool, right? So for this May month, all these dates, I mean 3, 10, 17, 24 and 31st, all these 5 dates are going to be Thursdays, and these dates are what we are asked in the question. So our answer to this question is, which dates fall on May 2007? On Thursdays. So May 2007 Thursdays will be in 3, 10, 17, 24 and 31 undoubtedly. Again, if you want to verify it, you can just go Google it and see the month of May. I mean May month's 2007's calendar, you can just verify it and see. Yes, fine. Yes, I think the problems and the concepts that we have seen here in today's chapter are very much useful to you. And yes, practice these concepts very well before you just try these questions, and then make sure that you are getting the answers properly, correctly. Yes, fine. Yes, again we have one more chapter to be seen in this calendars topic that we'll be seeing in the next chapter. We'll catch up as early as possible there. Thank you so much.